All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're gonna, I got a little bit of spare time, so we're gonna try and button up a few things on this Hornet build. Got it painted and whatnot, so it's still drying a little bit. Actually, I got it in my living room in the house because this weather's been crappy and cold, so I figured, I'll leave it in the house and make sure it's good and dry before I start banging it around trying to put it together to keep from scratching it. But I am gonna show you what I got going on in the meantime. I did a little powder coating, worked on the rims, and got those polished up and cleaned. The good fellows down at Go Power Sports dropped me a box, so let's take a look at the goodies they hooked me up with on this build. We're gonna go with their Reaper chain. I'm gonna leave you a description with all the part numbers, so if you need to know what I got, it's gonna be in the link right below. They fixed me up with a 35 12 tooth clutch, which if you look on their clutch, it's not gonna zoom in. It's not going to zoom in, but I'm just going to tell you right here. It tells you engagement speed, and this engagement speed is 2200 RPM. Then it's got their name, gopowersports.com on it. So we got the clutch, which also comes with the, you got a keyway and the two little Allen set screws comes in it. That was all in the bag. They hooked me up with the throttle cable, which I'm going to try and use the cable and the original housing that I had on the bike. That's my goal. So I'm going to try and rob the cable out of this and repurpose the housing, because it's the bars on this. I want to keep the old style looking grip. They also got me all new wheel bearings, got me some extra ones here, and so these actually have the little collar tab right here on the side, which you can take these off, but in this particular application, that the ring on the outside edge will bottom out and keep the bearing in there good and seated. And these are a 5/8 seal bearing. They're 5/8 by 1 3/8 of an inch. So, like I said, I'll leave you a description below. So, if you got a Hornet or an older bike, they can fix you up on bearings. They got different sizes. So, and excuse me, since these tires right here were a little on the tired side, get it? Tired? Anyway, Go Power Sports hooked me up with a new set of shoes, and I did go ahead and take my old tubes and put them in here the other day. It kind of helps take some of the deformity out of the tire, because a lot of times you get these tires, they're kind of squished down so they can get everything packed in your box. I used to put my old tube in here, shoot some air in it. That way it makes it swell out a little bit. I went with a different little tread pattern. These are a same 410 350 by 6 tire that's the factory, but instead of going with the diamond tread, I like these. This, for some reason, this style pattern on the old bikes, to me, my opinion, looks pretty cool. So they got me a new set of shoes. So we just about got everything. Let's step over here and take a look at the rims. I got these polished up. Got on the Facebook, and a bunch of guys left me different suggestions on how to do them and whatnot. And I didn't want to send them off to have somebody varnish, how you pronounce that. So I figured, well, I got a little time. The weather's crappy. I can sit in the garage with the heater on and try and polish the wheels. So this is how they turned out. Let me give you a before, which these wheels were pretty clean. I put a light degreaser on them and pressure washed them real good, so they weren't all crusty to begin with. They were in pretty good shape. So this was one. This is what it looked like before, and there's the after, which is not too bad. Getting down in all these little tight spots was kind of a pain, but it didn't really take me a whole lot of time. They turned out pretty good. But I found what works is I have a Dremel tool, which I got the pin extension, which was very handy, so I didn't have to hold the whole Dremel tool. I could use the cabled pin extension to get down inside here. But I found a bag of these online somewhere. They're little polishing pads that just screw right onto the end of the shank, which goes into your Dremel tool. And I used a little brass, this is like a brass wire wheel, and that enabled me to get right down in these tight spots real slowly, and to get all that clean. But the main thing that I used to get the majority of this stuff off was a pad like this, which I don't have any to show you because I used them. I only had like 4 of them. It was a pad like this. I don't know where I got them from, but it actually had Scotch-Brite material instead of this cloth pad, if I'm explaining myself correctly. Like I said, It was made out of Scotch-Brite material, but they look just like this. They were green, and I just went over not real fast, but I was able to go over like basically get all the flaky stuff and everything off the wheel. I don't know where I got them from. I figured, well, I'm going to try it. The Scotch-Brite pad works pretty good and worked really great. So I used the Scotch-Brite pad stuff that was on the wheel first, got them cleaned up, and then I went back with mothers on these right here, and I got them all, got the mothers all on it, got it all polished in. Then I put a new set of polishing wheels on to get down inside there to try and get all the stuff out. Then I went along with a microfiber cloth and tried to get in as much as I could and kind of a little finger polishing. But I think they turned out extremely great compared to what that looked like compared to this. So we're going to try and get the wheels mounted up tonight. I did some powder coating the other night. I got the sprocket painted. I tried not to powder coat the whole teeth, but I did the rest of it. I got my fin shroud done for the old flathead. My wheel spacers, I powder coated them black. Got the kickstand powder coated. Both the foot pegs. I was gonna paint them the same color of the bike, but since I was doing some other accent pieces black, I decided to go ahead and paint the foot pegs, or powder coat the foot pegs. And we're gonna use all stainless steel hardware on everything because that's what I got, and I think it'll look kind of good. And plus I have it. So anyway, that's where I'm at on everything. And the cat duster is actually at the powder cutters. I dropped it off the other day, talked to this new gentleman, and told him what I was doing with the YouTube channel. And he was like, yeah, let me see what I can do to help you out, and we'll go from there. So he sounded very anxious and said he wants the bike to look really good. So I was like, well, that's great, because we both want it to look good. So that's there. So in the meantime, I have the Hornet here. So I'm going to do as much of the small stuff as I can to it. So whenever I bring it out here to the shop, I should be able to bolt everything up and ride it in no time. So I'm going to turn the camera off, get this stuff done. I'll show you the progress here in a little while.